Hi, my name is Zach Burke, and welcome back to the Bogey Lounge. Today we have one of my former college basketball teammates as a guest. He's also in the Fantasy Golf League, and he won the RBC Heritage for his conference this past weekend. But we're going to quickly cover the RBC Heritage. I don't have too much to say about it because I was up north, so I didn't watch it actually. But good to note, Matt Fitzpatrick did win in a playoff with Scotty. So Scotty, another phenomenal finish. We talk about this every week. But Scotty finished second place, obviously, but it's his eighth top 25 finish this year and his fifth top five finish. So it's also, he has five top 10 finishes as well. Well, I guess with five top five. Obviously, it's five top 10. But second place, second place in a row, actually, because he got second at the Masters as well. Matt Fitzpatrick won. It was Matt Fitzpatrick's, it was his first win of the year, I believe. Let's fact check that first. No, second win this year. I am sorry, his second win this year. Because he also won the Valspar Championship, which I knew that. So, Matt Fitzpatrick getting hot. And obviously winning a signature event, big deal, big purse. But outside of that, don't have too much to talk about the RBC Heritage because I didn't watch it. But some notable names in the top 10 also: Colin Morikawa, Ludwig Oberg, Ricky Fowler finished tied 8th. Ricky Fowler was just shy of being in the top 60 or whatever he needed to be to qualify for the Masters. But he's been someone who's been on the come up the last, we'll call it 18 months. So he's still clearly playing well and still trying to fight, and could be a name who we start seeing winning tour events again. It's been a while since he's won, I believe. He won in Detroit a while ago won Detroit a while ago to keep his tour card, and he almost lost it again last year. So he won a Rocket Mortgage in 2023, so 3 years ago now, but that was his first win since 2019. So I know anyone who was watching golf in the early 2015-ish, around that time, who's always a name who is at the top of the leaderboards, actually won a Players' Championship, and he was on top of the leaderboard for a lot of major championships, just never was able to figure out a way to secure one of those. But he's a name to keep an eye out for and be someone who's already had a rebound year last year and is building off of it, and someone who's going to continue to hopefully play well because he's a very popular name of people who've been watching golf for a while. Akshay Bhatia and Wyndham Clark tied 16th. Xander Schauffele tied 12th. Matt McCarty tied 12th as well with Keegan, also tied 12th. And Chris Gotterup tied 25th. He's already won 2 events this year as well. So Matt Fitzpatrick joined the list there with, I believe they're the only 2 to win 2 events this year. So a lot of good golf. One of those tournaments that didn't have cuts, so just 82 golfers, no cuts. But I did want to reference the I'll look at it on my phone because for some reason it's not pull it up on my laptop. I did want to reference the Korn Ferry Tour because we talk about this name a lot, and if you've listened before and you're listening again, you probably know who I'm about to say. But Blades Brown came in second at the recent Korn Ferry Tour event, the Tulum Championship, and he lost by 6 strokes to first place, but he's someone who's been playing really well this year. This gentleman, Dylan Menenti, I definitely pronounced his name wrong, but he won with a spectacular 19 under, second place being 13 under, so he ran away with that. And then I also wanted to reference the PGA Tour of Americas. I don't know if we've ever talked about the PGA Tour of Americas on here, but this gentleman who we're about to speak about, we've talked about a group he's a part of before. I'm almost positive. Yes. Mason Green won the PGA Tour of Americas event, and he is actually part of Good Golf to some extent. I mean, he's wearing his Good Golf hat in his profile picture, but he's not in everything, but he's in a lot of Good Golf videos. So, he plays with your Brads and your Shawns, who are also spectacular golfers and people want to see, participate in tour events like this. So cool to see him when he won by 2 shots at 22 under. That's just phenomenal. If you're 22 under at a golf course, you're playing pretty well. So it's good for him. Good for Good as well. And, maybe we'll start seeing some of those YouTube names, having some type of sponsor exemptions. A name that we weren't talking about this week is I believe, let me make sure I get which brother it was who won the RBC Heritage in 2017, I believe. But yes, so someone who won the RBC Heritage in, let's get the year correct before we quote it, but I'm pretty sure it's 2017. Yes, 2017. Wesley Bryan, who is now a YouTube golfer, famously, PGA Tour won't reinstate his tour card, but he was a winner of the RBC Heritage now almost 10 years ago. But, it's interesting that someone like Mason, who's part of Good Golf, is able to play on the PGA Tour of Americas, which is obviously in some extent still connected to the PGA Tour, but the PGA Tour won't reinstate Wesley Bryan to any extent. So that's a little unfortunate. I would love to see Wesley start playing. It would be really interesting for the YouTube world if Wesley Bryan was able to start playing, but Mason Green winning also big for the YouTube world. That's going to open up some avenues for him. I'm not sure how the PGA Tour of Americas work. I'm not sure if that's a stepping stone to the Korn Ferry Tour or not. I should know that, but I don't. But having that win will be great for his career, and maybe you'll start seeing him in some Korn Ferry Tour events or other events, especially if he's able to gain some sponsors exemptions. And then I believe also next week we will be talking about the Chevron Championship, which starts this week. That is the first major championship for the LPGA Tour. So we will cover that next week as well. Really, the only female golfer I follow extensively is Nelly Korda, so I would like to see her potentially win that. That'd be great. But we'll cover that next week. It's a 132 player field. So obviously, being a major championship, women's golf does have 5 major championships. But being a major championship, it's one of the biggest events of the year. The biggest event of the year for them. Well, 1 of 5, I guess. But kind of the extent of counting the players as a major championship. We had 5 major championships for the men's for PGA Tour. But so it's basically their first major, where PGA Tour will be on their second, but this is their first one. So we'll see how that goes. And then this week coming up, we have the Zurich Classic, which is a pretty cool format. It is a team tournament, so we'll have that to cover as well next week. I'm definitely interested to watch that, with it being the way the team format is. It's a combination of best ball and alternate shot. For those who don't know, best ball is you both play your own ball and you take the best score. So if I'm playing with you and I get a 4 and you get a 5, our team scores a 4. If I'm playing with you and you get a 3 and I get a 4, our team scores a 3. So taking the best score. But as I said, not too much golf to get into because I was out of town, wasn't able to watch. But we're going to have a great guest here joining us in one moment, and we'll get into that. All right, now joining us is my good friend Jason Juergens. We played college basketball together did we play together 2 years or 3 years? I think it might have been 3.
I think it might have been 3.
Yeah, I think it was 3.
Yeah.
He's one of the most up-class guys I know. Just really all-around great guy. I wanted to have him on here because although we played basketball together, he might be a better golfer than me as well. But I want to start out with showing this shot that Jason hit. He hit probably. Ooh, can you see my screen?
It is kicking in now, yes.
So, sorry, I
There
can't
we
figure
go.
out how to get Jason to be seen on it, but I wanted to show this because Jason hit probably the biggest shot in school history. And I wanted to play it and then talk about it a little bit.
Juergens, three-pointer on the way. No good. Chapman, offensive rebound effort to Canfield.
Missed that
Juergens,
first shot.
three-pointer for the win. Oh!
And I wanted to talk to you about that because obviously golf requires a lot of sports. Uh, you know, your mental toughness is important, and I think one of the biggest or the coolest things about that is the fact that you missed the first shot and then recovered and ended up making the next shot, which is by far probably the biggest shot in school history for our college. Because, for reference, we found out that year that it was the last year of the athletic program, and the school that decided to shut us down was Concordia, Wisconsin, who we were playing, and that's why. And not even just that, just who we were playing. It was in the Concordia Invitational Tournament as well, which is the last Concordia Invitational Tournament. I just want to hear, like, do you remember anything from between, like, missing the first shot and then getting the ball back?
Not at all. All I remember is when I got that first shot, I was definitely a little nervous just because you're overthinking it at that point. Then when you miss, you're like, it's just an instant like you're in shock that you
Yeah.
missed, and the next thing I know, I see the ball's coming back out. And in a similar situation, Mason had hit a game winner that same year. All offensive rebound, ball came back out. Mason shot it and hit the three to win. And it was kind of same situation. Ball got popped back out, went to Mason, and next thing I know, it's coming back my way, and then
Mm-hmm.
this huge dude's flying out at me, and it was just the blink of an eye, throw a shot up, and then next thing you know, the whole gym's around you.
Now
But definitely one of the coolest moments of my life.
the first play was for you, right? It looked like I have to watch it back, but it was like a flare screen for you, right?
Yes, it was. But we were more trying to use me to get a slip to the rim to get a
Okay.
two. But we ran that play multiple times throughout the game, and they still didn't guard it very good. So yeah, it was. I was kind of surprised to be open. But yeah,
Yeah, well, I guess the biggest difference between, working through something mentally in golf compared to basketball is in golf, you have a lot more time to think about it walking up to the shot. Basketball, obviously, you had time to think about it in the huddle for the first shot, but I mean, you probably fully blacked out and just went unconscious to shoot the ball again. So not much thinking there, but I know you played high school golf, right?
yes, I did. Yep.
You've played competitive golf as well too. What do you think the biggest difference besides? Do you think there's any difference besides trying to, like, the time between shots between the mental attitude of golf and basketball, or mental approach, I should say?
1,000%. I mean, when I was playing basketball, I'm probably good and bad, but at the end of the day, I was bought in, but it was also one of those things where it was I'm not sure how I want to say that. But when it comes to golf, I get so frustrated when you hit a bad shot and you're thinking about your swing and then you're walking
Hmm.
your next shot and you got to recover. I mean, there's just so many different moving parts and it's all in between your ears. When it comes to basketball, it's more everything spur of the moment, instant reaction to where it just almost becomes natural in the game. You're almost blurred out the entire time. Everything's moving so
Yep.
fast. But with golf, I mean, it's definitely something that I struggle with, and I've played more golf than I ever have in the last 3 years, and every single bad shot makes me so angry. There's nothing quite like it.
It's so funny because while it is easier probably to approach basketball mentally than golf, I struggle more approaching basketball mentally than I ever did golf, especially in college. I've referenced this before. I think I talked about it on the podcast with Travis and Neil, who are my golf teammates. But we would play. I was a three or a four or a five most of the time, so I was playing against the other fours or fives in college.
hmm
And sometimes the fours and fives were around my skill level. Sometimes we were playing with a good school like LTU. Their four or fives like as good to be it's probably as good as our two or our one,
hmm
right? And they would sometimes they miss a 10-foot putt. A 10-foot putt PGA Tour percentage is like 40%. So I always reference 10-foot putts because one, it's easy to remember 40%, and two, that's pretty close to like a 3-point field goal percentage make 40%.
Sure.
And I was technically a shooter, supposed to be a shooter. I was a lot better shooter
Yeah.
before you came in. I was a lot better shooter my freshman year too when I was at Chicago. But
Yeah.
if I missed a 10-foot putt, I was able to brush it off and go, all right, I'm gonna miss more of these and I'm gonna make them, right? When I miss threes in practice, or really just practice because I didn't really play in games, when I miss threes in practice, even though same thing, it's probably 35 to 65% shot for me, and really if I was shooting well, it probably was closer to 40, 60 like that. and I just could never brush it off. I would get so down on myself mentally that I would not be able to recover for some reason, which is weird because basketball is faster paced. But for some reason, I couldn't separate that. But I was really good at separating golf. I think the time between shots helped me separate it. Where basketball is so fast paced, I didn't have time to just take a step back and relax and figure it out.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair, and that's a good way to put it because I mean, yeah, sometimes the basketball just does not go in. And I would say me not playing college golf, but when you're playing college basketball, me being a shooter as well, it's like you're just expected to make the shot in practice or in the game, and it definitely
Yeah.
adds a little bit of extra pressure there. I guess now when I'm playing golf with my buddies or whatnot, or I never played college golf, but it was just one of those things where if I miss a 10-foot putt, you're gonna be mad. I wouldn't say I struggle as much mentally putting the ball, but like with a driver in your hand or an iron
Hmm.
and your swing's a little off, there's nothing quite like trying to figure that out in between the ears, trying to settle yourself down and you're hitting it left and right and your buddy's kicking your butt.
Yep.
Nothing makes me quite as mad as that.
Yep.
But I totally get what you're saying when the basketball just isn't going in and it's supposed to go in, everyone expects it to go in. That's a very bad spot to be mentally.
Yep. I struggled a lot mentally in college basketball. And even to this day now, when I'm playing with people that I know I'm better than, like if I start shooting bad, I'm like, oh, I got to make these shots to show I'm better. It's like, no, that's not like just find a way to play basketball. Like
And I
you're
think
fine.
that's something that just college basketball brings. I mean, you go through high school and you're the man. I mean,
Hmm.
that's just is what it
Yep.
is. You don't necessarily feel that outside pressure, and you get to college, and it's just a whole different world. I think we both kind of went through that where maybe the opportunity doesn't present itself, or it's just the confidence that you have in yourself just falls off a cliff,
Yep.
and to try to rebuild that when you're going against kids 3, 4 years older than you, and you're white and undersized in the first place, it makes it tough.
Yep. Yep. And
And I mean, yeah, I went through that kind of my first 3 years, and thankfully, I mean,
yeah.
with the school shutting down, it presented me with a little more opportunity to go into to my senior year, and at that point, it was like, okay, this is my last go around ever. I was able to free up and play with a little more confidence, especially
Yeah.
going into my
Yep.
senior year.
And I will say the time where I played with my most confidence in basketball was when I told my Chicago coach that I was transferring to Ann Arbor. And I was
Mhm.
still playing in the open gyms and I was playing amazing. I was shooting really, really well. And it was like, coach was like, you should stay here. You'd be like our seventh or eighth guy. And then I got to
Yeah,
Ann Arbor and it was like a restart. I was back to it. And
yeah,
like I had more of a like pressure built up in my own head really
for
to
sure.
play better. And I did a lot of work to try to fix that mentally. Read a lot of books, read a lot of books by Dr. Bob Rotella, and just found out actually he's the guy who helped Tommy Fleetwood overcome
Oh,
his mental struggles in golf, and somehow was able to translate that to golf. Never able to translate that to basketball.
I mean, I guess I kind of see both sides of that as like you enter the college team or whatnot, a new atmosphere. Like when I'm golfing with my buddies or whatnot, even in a competitive match, you definitely you can just play so much better relaxed, even if it is you're flustered or it's you got to hit a shot to win. It's like you're just so much more relaxed. But the second and kind of that stereotype, you got to hit a tee shot playing through a group, or you play with a stranger for the
Yeah,
first time,
yeah,
or your buddy brings a buddy. It's like you just forget how to swing the club. Like I'm not sure what it is, but for some reason you still there's just something we're wired that way where it makes it hard to hit the ball and
yeah,
you shouldn't, but it's just like you get to gym with dudes you don't know or dudes that are better than you and you just your confidence you just forget how to play.
yep,
I'm not sure why we're wired that way.
yep, yep.
It's a terrible feeling.
And I think golf, for me, I guess golf's a little bit different because it's really more of an individual sport. So I know if I make a mistake, I have a chance to recover from my own mistake. And then it's so like hole by hole, where if you post a score, you post a bad score, it's like, all right, that's done now. Next hole. It's almost like you're playing 18 games of basketball, 18 holes. You know, you lose one hole, you play bad in a hole, you lose that game, but it's all right. We got the next one. Next one's up. Like we have a chance
Yeah.
to
I don't
recover
have
and play
that
well.
mindset.
Yeah,
I don't. You make a double, you chuck your club, you chuck your ball, and then the next tee shots left and right. And yeah, I definitely got a little bit of anger issues on the golf course that you just expect yourself to play so good. And like, I mean, I've probably played 4 or 5 days a week the last 3 summers. And my golf game's in a pretty good spot to where I expect to play good. And when your shot gets away from you, I have a really hard time recovering from that.
See, I would really wonder if, like, if we were to talk to a sports psychologist and ask them, I wonder if there is a difference between me being able to step back and get out of my own head with the space and you having trouble doing that where I'm in my own head more when there's no time to step back because I don't have the chance to recover mentally, where you
Yeah.
just pass it away, put it away right away, and are already on to the next play super fast. I wonder if there's a
Yeah.
different types of people have different types of mental approaches, and that's why we're arguing the same points in like opposite ways. I guess is the way to
Yeah.
put it. Yeah.
Uh-huh. It is strange to think about. We're all wired a little bit differently.
Yep. Now you said you've been playing a lot of golf. Have you played golf this year?
I have probably played about 20 rounds this year thus far.
That's
Every
crazy.
every day the sun's shining, I play.
That's crazy.
It's bad, but it is. I mean, me and my buddies, my brothers, my cousins, we head out and play every day the sun's shining.
Your brothers are pretty good at golf too, right?
Yes, yes, they are. Due to playing a lot, and we do a lot of competitive matches, 2v2s, and
Yep.
or throw a couple bucks on the line, and it's a bunch of fun. But definitely once summer rolls around, it's okay. Yeah, you go to the gym, you go to work, and then you're golfing, and
Yep.
it's
Yep.
that's just my lifestyle, especially post grad. During the winter, I refed basketball.
Yeah, I remember you
Um,
telling me that. Yep.
yeah, so that took up a lot of my time, and now once spring's here, it's like it's nothing else to do. I got nothing else to fill my time with.
Yep.
It's hang with my girlfriend or go golf.
Yep. All right, now before you answer this question, because it might be better than it was when you were in college, I want to reference the fact Jason was 100% good enough to play on our college golf team when he was in college. You were good enough at golf at the time to play on our college golf team. But what is your handicap now?
I would say kind of into last year and early this year, 18 holes, probably around a 5 or 6.
Okay, see, that's like where I was at
I'm
my peak.
shooting,
And
yeah, I would
yeah,
say I broke par a couple times last summer. I shot a 70 early this summer, and I'm a very honest to God golfer. I play the game the right way. I'm not fluffing my
yep.
lie. I'm not giving a gimme.
Well, that's the type of
I'm
person you
finishing
are
every
too.
single
So,
putt. I try to play the game as honest as I possibly can. Um, and I can sit here and say I shoot this, oh, I shoot that, but when somebody tells me that, I'm like, okay, okay, yeah, sure. Oh, that 5 footer is good. Oh, just hit
yep,
another one. But I try to play as honest as I can, and I would say I'm consistently a high 70s golfer at the point. If I have a decent round or good round, I'm hoping to be mid 70s. But every once in a while, a couple shots get away from you, and you're 81, 82.
yep.
But I would
So
say anything beneath that, I'm okay with.
you're definitely a little better than I was even in college right now. But technically I think I was a 6.5 handicap in college, but I didn't post my college scores for tournaments because they were different.
Yeah.
And I averaged like 86.5 last year or something like that in tournament play. But whenever I'd play 9 holes with my family, I'd shoot a lot of 35s or 36s or
Yeah.
37s. So my
And
handicap
that's
said I was
always,
a 6.5 or a 6, but
yeah.
I I really was
And
probably
those,
like an 8 or 9.
yeah. And those college tournaments are so much different. I mean, I, it depends on the course I'm at, but you won't see me playing the tips. I mean, that's just kind
Yeah,
of
we
what
were
it is.
always
I
playing
mean,
the
I
tips,
play,
unfortunately.
so I would say, yeah, I play like 6,000 yards to 6,500 yards.
Okay.
I mean, if there's like a black, green, blue, white, or whatever, like usually I'm picking the one that's the second or third longest. I'm usually not playing the tips, and that makes a world of a
It does.
difference.
I'll say
Um,
when we were in college, when we had a 6,800 yard tournament, we're like, wow, this is really short.
I was gonna say, yeah, and that I mean that would definitely put me in the low 80s all day. But when I'm playing 6,200 yards and I hit it about 270 off the tee, it makes life pretty easy. You can get to the par fives and two, and you're
Yep.
dang near hitting wedges into the par fours. So my high 70s aren't too impressive in all things considered.
Yep. I didn't play a lot. I don't play a lot of golf, but I was playing. My handicap right now is like a 13, but I probably a little better than 13 because I was playing a lot of 2v2 matches with my friends, or we were playing
Yeah.
just not playing our own ball. So I played a lot of golf like that last summer. Probably it's still not that much. It was like
Okay.
once a
Yeah.
week. I was playing like once a week, but
You need to
what
get out more.
I know the one I did play in the friends and family like golf tournament this guy did with handicap, and I got third. But I was in first place at the first tournament because we played like a 6,500 yard course, and I shot 78, so I was in first place.
Wow.
But that was the first time I shot in the 70s in a long time. But uh,
It's fun
but
when you're
it's
hitting the ball good.
it is. But now I probably won't play much over 6,800 yards ever again. But we played a tournament that was 7,200 yards one time. They were
Yeah.
making different tee boxes, and some kid beat. Well, they weren't making different tee boxes yet. They was 7,200 yards or 7,100, and they were like, we can make it a little further. We'll play. It was a 54 hole tournament. So we played 36 one day, 18 the next. Some kid on the first day shot the course record like 600 at 7,100 yards, and they're like, we're gonna move it back to
Right.
7,200. And they're like putting tee boxes on like 11 tee box was like moved back to where 13's tee was, but like because 13 was perpendicular, so they just moved it over there and just adding
Yeah.
stuff. So that was crazy. We also only
Yeah,
have
that's
10 minutes
crazy.
left in
Like
this meeting, by the way.
play,
So if it
playing
ends,
that far, isn't he like I don't need to play that far. I'm not a pro golfer. Like I played with Matt Kohler the other day. We played at Carrington Golf Club in Monroe. And it was like 6,500 yards from the blacks. There was one tee farther back than that. And I shot 74, and I'm like, that was one of the best rounds I've ever played in my life.
yeah,
I mean, 6,500 yards. I shot 74 with a triple and a double.
wow,
Had a couple of birdies go my way. I had a chip in, and it was a good round. And I was really happy with 6,500 yards because my typically I'm a member here at a course at home, and
hmm
it's a 36 hole course. So you got two different 18s, but the
okay,
one side is like 6,100 yards and the other side is like 6,300 yards. So it's pretty short courses, and that's what
yeah,
I'm used to playing. When I go to a different course and I play well, I'm like, okay, I probably played better than I actually did at my home course. That's really not that hard.
yeah.
Um,
I hit my
so
driver pretty far, but I don't hit my long irons that far. So when we're playing longer, like I'm not super consistent with my driver either. But when I'm playing longer, it sucks having to hit a four. Hitting 4 iron into like par four greens sucks. It's
yeah,
like,
that's not happening.
jeez.
I do not hit my 4 or 5 iron. I have a 3 hybrid and a 4 hybrid, and you'll see me going at those with greens rather than a 4 iron or 5 iron.
Yeah.
I prefer to have a little bit of a wood in my hand. Um,
Have you thought about switching to woods? I know a lot of pro golfers are doing that now, leaving
that
hybrids and
yeah,
switching to
everyone
like
has
seven
this.
woods and nine woods and stuff.
Everyone talks about the 7 wood and 9 wood, and I had a 7 wood in my hand at some golf show, but my hybrids get the job done. But I
Yeah.
eventually probably will get a 7 wood in the bag. And the course that I play at home, I would never need to hit a 7 wood into a par four.
Yeah.
I would use it on the par five that I was like, okay, I'll probably use it a couple of times around. Is it really worth buying right now? I probably will eventually, but
Yeah.
I didn't pull the trigger.
Yeah. I really like my three hybrid too. Maybe I should do three hybrid, four hybrid and drop my 4 iron. But
Yeah, they're clubs that I got from my very first set. They're older tailor-made hybrids, but I got tailor-made irons as well.
okay.
My driver's a Titleist. I got a new driver last year. The GT. I'm blanking if it's the two or the three, but I've always had a Titleist driver. I really like that. And then all my other clubs are tailor-made.
Yeah, almost all of my clubs are Titleist, except for
Okay.
my wedges are Cleveland because I got those when I was in high school, and I actually had Cleveland
Yeah.
irons at the time. And then my woods, well, my three hybrid is Ping, and then I have a Cobra 3 wood, which I hate, absolutely hate. I almost never hit it. And then I
Yep.
have a Callaway Maverick driver.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, so I got my irons regripped this year,
Okay.
and I've heard this. I've had the same irons for like 5 years. They're the
hmm
TaylorMade Sims, and I really like them. But I finally got them regripped this year, and I don't know if it's a myth or not, but I've heard that getting your clubs regripped helps you hit the ball a little bit farther. Just your grip being a little bit looser,
Hmm.
get a little more whip on the ball. And
Interesting.
I'm not sure if the ball's just traveling farther for me this year, but the ball has been flying. And I don't know if it's the grips or what, but I've been hitting the ball farther than I ever have just with like a 9 iron, 8 iron in my
Yeah.
hand, even if the ball is just traveling. And I don't know if it's credit to the grips or whatnot, but it's definitely taken some getting adjusted to.
Yeah.
But
Did you get
yeah,
did you get thicker grips? I think that's what I'm gonna do next time I get new grips. I'm gonna get the
I
thicker
did
grips.
not actually. I got small hands. I got like the Z cord. I mean, You probably remember this. I got some sweaty hands. And I golfed with two gloves my entire life.
Really? Do you still golf with two
Yeah.
gloves?
This year I have not thus far because I got my clubs regripped and it's
Yeah.
actually really helped. And the Z cord ones that I got, they're a little rougher, so it's a little bit easier to hold on to it. But on a hot summer day, I might need to pull out the double glove. But that's kind of what I'm known for in my friend group is I've worn double gloves my whole life.
So you should. I actually play without a glove sometimes. Sometimes I don't wear gloves, but you should. I use this for video games, and my hands get sweaty. I used to use it in tournaments and stuff, and my hands got sweaty because I hated having sweaty hands on the controller. But you should
Yep.
just see if something like this would work. But it's called Gamer Grip. I'll show it to you afterwards. I'll show it to you this
Gamer
game too.
grip. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
not
I
sponsored.
might need to
Wish,
get something
but
like
it's like
that.
$9 for a thing, and it lasts a long time. But it's
Okay.
I don't know exactly how it works, but I think it's kind of similar to like liquid chalk for like weightlifting.
Yeah.
But I don't think it is.
Okay.
It doesn't say anything about being chalk on here. There's a lot of chemical names that I could never tell you what they mean, but I
Yeah,
think
like
it
even
is.
like
It's similar to how like liquid chalk works for like weightlifting and stuff.
okay. Say because even like last summer on a hot day, I'd sweat right through my two gloves, and
Yeah,
then I'm having a hard time holding on to the club, and it sucks.
yeah,
So I was
it's
like,
hard.
okay, I'm getting my clubs re-gripped this year, and it's helped so far, but it's also only been 50, 60 degrees where we're
That's
not
true.
really sweating
That's
anyway.
been
So
hot.
I'm gonna give it a couple more weeks to see how they really work, but it's definitely just the feel of the club in my hand with new grips has helped a lot. I'm glad I got it done.
Yep. We'll do this one because this should be a short question here.
Okay.
Since you're golfing so much, I'm sure you're not drinking on the golf course every time you play. But if you're drinking on the golf course, do you have a favorite drink?
So this question I actually don't have an answer for. I do not drink,
Okay, I was wondering. I was like, you may not even
but
drink, but
I always go for a cherry limeade ghost.
okay.
That is my go-to. Stop at the gas station, get a cherry limeade ghost,
I
and
used to
that's my
love
choice of
ghosts.
drink while I golf.
So, but you're drinking. You're probably drinking caffeine in the morning before you work out too, right? Or coffee throughout the day. Do you?
I drink my pre-workout before I go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I drink my coffee after the gym before work, and then I usually drink an energy drink in the afternoon while I'm golfing.
Geez, you know how many milligrams of caffeine you're drinking? Then that's a lot.
I don't care. I need it.
I'm a big coffee guy, so I probably drink about 24 ounces of coffee a day. But
Okay.
I uh, I
Black
try to not drink
coffee or you dump the
all
creamer?
black coffee.
I switched to black coffee about a month or so ago.
Yeah, I can't even drink like sugar coffee anymore now. Like it just
Really?
it like if I put creamer in there or sugar in there, it's like what is this? It doesn't taste good.
Yeah, I still stop at Starbucks every once in a while and get
Yeah.
myself a drink.
See I do get if I at Starbucks, I'll get like if I have to get a drink from Starbucks, I'll get a dirty vanilla chai latte. So it's
Okay.
technically
Yeah.
there's cream and stuff in there, I think, but because it's a latte, but it's
Yeah.
chai with with espresso. But normally I just drink black coffee, but Tasha likes getting coffee sometimes. So if I,
Yeah.
that's my coffee order if I get
Yeah.
non-black coffee.
There you go. It's good stuff.
You said you're a member at a country club or a club. Is what is your favorite golf course? Is that your favorite golf course, or do you have one other one that you have in mind?
So I'm a member at Pineview Golf Club here in Three Rivers, and it's it's not the worst course in the world. It's decent. It gets the job done. It's definitely the most popular course in our area. It gets a bunch of play, and that's the course I play 90% of the time. But I would say my favorite course, kind of a basic answer, but treetops.
Treetops.
I've I've taken two
Yep.
trips there, whatnot, and just the scenery, the elevation, the par three course, just the different courses that they got there. It is definitely a great trip. It's a lot of fun, and I may have had my albatross there, so it also
You
has
have
a
an
special place in
albatross.
my heart. I have an albatross.
I know you have a hole. You have two hole in ones too, right?
I have completed the 1 through 15 ladder. I I got two hole-in-ones, an albatross, and then everything else from there forward. But yeah, that albatross was definitely probably the craziest shot of my life, and that's also why Treetops holds a special place in my heart.
How far was your shot in?
It's 225.
Okay. What'd you hit?
Again, I'm only playing course. I hit a 3-wood actually, and it was I couldn't tell you the exact hole, but it was you we didn't see it go in.
Okay.
It was cracking. It was kind of a bowl. You couldn't see it, and we thought it maybe had a chance when we drive up there and looking for the ball, and
Did you check the hole first, or did you think it went over the green?
we we checked the hole first. But
Okay.
yes, we did think it went over the
Yeah,
green,
yeah.
and in all honesty, once we didn't initially see it on the green, we're like, okay, it definitely went long.
Yep.
Um, but we checked the hole first, and I was with a couple of my buddies, and it was awesome.
You always got to check the hole first, just in case. It
Exactly,
normally
yeah.
is never
But
in there, but
I know. Say with my first hole in one, we saw it go in, and that was awesome. And then my second hole in one, you couldn't see it. There was a bunker in front of the green, and it was tracking, but I actually thinned it a little bit. It was kind of a line drive.
okay.
Definitely wasn't the purest shot, but it was going right at it, and ended up going in. But it was pretty awesome. I've seen two of my own hole in ones, and I've seen two other people have hole in ones
Wow.
as well.
I've never even
So
seen a hole in one.
it's always awesome. Really?
No,
And
I
one of
saw a
my
few guys get close in college.
okay.
I got close a couple times in college tournaments. I got really close to a hole out on a par four one time, and
Wow.
it was the first hole of the day. And I started off as a birdie, so I joke I was the leader of a college golf tournament one time. But that
That's
was
awesome.
also kind of the same situation. I thinned the ball, and I just got lucky, and we ended up
Yeah.
being by the hole. And there was a coach standing on the tee box behind there. He's like, "That was a really good shot." I was like, "Yeah, I thinned it." He's like, "Don't say that." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Well, that's what happened.
Not
I
gonna
got
lie
lucky."
about it. Yeah. Sam, I watched my brother Brandon have one, and then my buddy Francis, or he was at Concordia. I don't know if you ever cross paths with him there, but he's
Is
not even a golfer.
is that your brother that
Um,
played at CMU? Is it
no, it was not my brother that played at CMU as well. Me and him, my brother Dylan, we
Dylan?
uh
Yeah, yeah.
we golf together every day. Yeah.
Because Dylan's
Um,
my age, right? Dylan, no, Dylan's younger than me. But Dylan, how old is Dylan? What year did you graduate high school?
he graduated high school 2019.
Okay, because I know I pulled up one time. We were on the all state list together, and I remember pulling it up and
Okay.
showing you that his name was on the
Yep.
all state list as well.
Uh-huh.
But I was a
Yeah.
senior at the time. But
But yeah, my buddy Francis, who was not a golfer at all, and we were at Huron Hills across the Huron
yep,
River across from Concordia. And so there you go, one back to at the par five, and there's that par three, hole three. And we were just out there kind of not goofing around, but my buddy's not even a golfer, and
yep.
he hit a hole in one, and
It's
it was crazy.
it's crazy how like you could play golf a really long time, be pretty good, and never get a hole in one. And then
Uh-huh.
you could play golf and be terrible and get a hole in one. One of my
Yeah.
great uncles, he's
Insane.
never been better than a 15 handicap, and he has three hole in ones.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's all luck. I mean, I guess if you continuously hit shots at the pin, one of
Oh, he cut out.
got lost you.
Yeah, he cut out a little bit
Nope.
there. Yep.
Okay, we got you.
Yeah, it's really like golf. It's just really, it's so there's so much luck to getting a hole in one. I've hit the
Yes,
pin
there is.
before, but never got one.
I say I got my two plaques in the corner of my room.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you save the
I
balls or
need
no?
the third two. I I have one of the balls that is the actual ball. The other one I kept playing with after the fact, and
What?
I'm not sure why I did, but I did.
Whenever I get a hole in
Um,
one, I'm saving the ball and I'm buying one of those little golf ball frames you can get.
Yeah, I say yeah. I got the big kind of plaque with
Yep.
the on there, but the one ball is a fake.
Oh, my monitor's wrong. Okay, we're. Now moving on from hole in ones, maybe I'll get one and let you know. But I remember you actually after your last hole in one, you texted me or you Snapchatted me. And
Yeah,
yeah,
I sent
yeah,
you a picture
yeah.
of it. Yeah, got to keep my fellow golfers in the loop.
You're also in the fantasy golf league, and
Yes.
you just won this week, right? This past week.
Say I think I won in my division, but I don't think I had the best score
Yeah, here,
overall.
I'll check right now because I got it pulled up here.
I had like 803 or something, or
Doesn't matter. That's why we're split up into divisions.
yeah.
Let's see here. Is this one the right one? Yeah, you would have came in second overall, but you did win for your
Yes.
division, which is the important part. Um, but I know you like the idea so much that your brothers and some of your guys' friends started your own league. I know you guys using a little bit of a different format than we are, using the same Excel sheet template but different format.
Yep.
What do you think about this first time playing fantasy golf? Uh, probably you probably had never even heard of the concept until I asked you if you want to be part of the league. Uh, I'm sure you probably play fantasy football, but what do you think about the concept of fantasy golf and the league overall so far?
I actually am a big fan of fantasy golf. I've done fantasy football for
Yep.
probably 15 years now. It feels like my entire life I've been doing fantasy football, and it's fun, but it almost gets to the point where I don't know. I've done it for so many years. It doesn't have that same excitement. I'm never very good, it seems like anyway. But the fantasy golf, I'm watching the golf anyway. I mean, I'm a very dedicated
Yep.
golf
Same.
watcher. And it just adds a little extra element to it. You're cheering for certain guys, even though like I have Ludwig Oberg on my team, and I'm actually not the biggest fan of him. So it makes me cheer for him. I mean, even Fitzpatrick, like this past weekend, I wanted Scotty to win really badly,
Yep.
but Fitzpatrick was on my team, so it kind of worked out there. But it actually
He could
it's a
have
lot
lost
of
in the
fun.
playoff and it wouldn't have affected you.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. Um, but I'm a big fan of it. It adds a little excitement to every week, and even the tournaments where you might not be too tuned in that they're not that important. But when you got your guys playing and you're trying to win a season long race or
Yep.
beat your matchup, it's definitely makes it a lot more fun. Gives you something to look forward to on Sunday afternoons, and waiting for those updates at the end of the day from the commissioner sending the daily update. It's
Sometimes I'm
fun.
late on him, but
Yeah. It's all right.
I
But
was up
yeah,
north this week, and
I'm
that's
a
why I
big
got it all the
fan.
last day.
And I'll definitely be doing it for the foreseeable future. It's
Yeah.
it's fun.
I mean, you're still doing pretty well in our league too. I know you said you're doing better in your league with your brother and stuff, but if the season were to end today, you would be in the playoffs.
Okay.
Um, you're in second place in your division, but you'd be fourth. Yeah, you'd be fourth place in your conference, which second place in the division is all you need to make the well, not really technically, but top four of the division and the conference makes the playoffs after the auto qualifiers.
Yep.
But you're only 0.12 points behind Gibby for first place in your division as well. So
Okay. I gotta
uh,
I gotta get hot.
your division actually has the lowest first place total right now.
Good. That's good. Battling.
You're
But we
you're
we got 12 guys in our league, right?
yeah, we have 12.
Okay, nice. I'll say, yeah, I feel like my team is so much better in my other league, but there's only 10 people in there, so it definitely helps. But I've won in my other league I won the players, which was a $50 payout, and then I won the Masters, which was a $50 payout.
Wow.
So fantasy golf has been good to me so far.
You just won the RBC Heritage here, and you got a $10 payout for our thing. Cause
Go.
what are you guys doing for your payouts for signature events?
20
20.
for the winner.
Do
Yep.
you have second place prizes or no?
Only for the majors and the players.
Okay.
So for the majors, the second place gets 20 as well.
Okay. Do you have third place
But
or no?
no, we do not. Nope. But I got Cam Young, Justin Rose, JJ Spawn.
And then
Those
you
three
guys are
are kind
playing
of my
everyone every
main.
time, right?
So we're doing the start five. You got 10 players start
Yeah, but you're
five.
playing against everyone in a league every time, right?
Okay, yes. Yep,
Yep.
yep, yep. You play everyone and then yeah, it's just kind of a season long race and I mean it's pretty close right now. The first placeman has been in first place pretty much all year, but it's starting to tighten up. And I mean, we're not even probably halfway through the season
Yeah,
yet.
we're right about halfway probably.
Okay.
Let's see here because I'll pull up the schedule here.
So yeah,
We are
a lot can happen still.
yeah, we're pretty much about halfway done. We've played two of the five majors if you count the players as a major, and we've played
Yep.
one, two, three, four signature events. So there's only four more signature events, so we're right about halfway.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know you guys are taking this week off. We'll probably take this week
Yeah.
off as well in ours, just because I actually don't know how we're gonna do the scoring with
Say yeah,
teams.
I wasn't sure how that would work.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how we do that. I was gonna try to figure out a way, but I just don't think that there is a way.
Give everyone a reset.
Yeah. Now the only last question I have for you here is, you gotta pick your winners for the guest pick'em. I did not look back and see what the results of last week's one were.
Yeah,
Um,
why am I not familiar with that?
what
What is that?
the guest pick'ems? You
Yes.
gotta listen to the podcast.
I have not listened to the podcast. I'm sorry.
No, it's so it's I compare it to college football game day, right? College football
Okay.
game day, they all go through and they have their picks, and they always have a guest picker, and then they have like records that accumulate through the year. So for the guest pick'ems, it's why is the camera so dark? But so for the guest pick'ems, it's me versus the guests throughout the whole year. 3 points if you collectively get the winner. 1 point for each top 10 guy.
I'm not sure if I'm following.
So you pick 3 guys to finish top 10, and then 1 guy to win.
Okay,
But
for
you'll be
for
picking
like
three
the
teams
FedEx
this week. Yeah, for the
for the
Zurich.
FedEx Cup points.
Not for FedEx Cup points, but for the upcoming tournament.
Okay. Sheesh,
So,
for the
which is the
duels.
Zurich Classic, right?
Yeah, let me
I don't know why I can't pull it up. I'm trying to pull it up so I can see.
so yeah, I need to pull up the field.
Yeah, because I don't know who's playing with who, so we're gonna have to.
Yeah, I don't know
This is the
either.
first time I didn't do any research beforehand of
Um,
my winning teams. Let's see here.
yeah, I don't
Do
know. I can't see who's paired together.
yeah, we might have to skip that. Oh, actually, you can. You can. If you go to the field on PGA Tour, it says
Yeah,
who
yeah.
their playing partner is underneath their name in parentheses.
Why doesn't mine show that I'm on the PGA Tour app? I'm on the field, all players.
You know what? The PGA Tour app might not show it.
Sam, I'm right here. It doesn't show their names underneath.
All right, here, I'll share my screen with you, and then we can
Okay.
do it that way. Alrighty. You should be able to see it now. You see it?
Okay, yes, yeah, mine did not show that on my phone.
All right, so it's gonna be tough because we're both gonna look at it at the same time. Here,
So
well,
we can't pick the same team?
no, we can. We'll alternate. I'll tell you what. I'll pick one for my top 10. You pick one for your top 10.
Okay.
You might like you're gonna know some people who are playing with it. So if you see someone or you think of someone who you think is playing well, just ask me to find their name in the alphabetic order, and then we'll see who they're playing with, and then you can decide if you want to pick them or not. But
Okay.
I think for my first top 10 pick, I'm gonna throw a little curveball out here, just because I'm a fan of this kid, and the guy he's playing with is kind of on the come up as well. So we'll see if they could do something. But I'm gonna pick Blades Brown and Luke Clanton as one of my top 10 picks.
Okay. I have Brooks Koepka and Shane Lowry.
Ooh, I was thinking about also picking them, so I'm also gonna pick Brooks Koepka and Shane Lowry.
Okay.
I do like Brooks Koepka and Shane Lowry, so I'm more doing
Say I
a
got
little favoritism on
yeah.
this.
Um,
Sorry, I'm scrolling really fast. I apologize.
no, no, you're good. I'm just checking it out. Give me Ben Griffin and Andrew Novak. I think Ben
Okay,
Griffin's due for a good week.
I like that pick. I like that pick. Past champions here. Let's see.
Right,
I
that's
got
not
a name
good.
in my head, and I don't know if he's playing in this though. But I have a name in my head because he's been playing well too. I don't know who his playing partner would be if he's playing in it, but all right, here we go. My last for top 10. Shoot Asharn and Yelemanjaru and Ryan Gerard. And you gotta pick
Oh,
one more top 10 here,
yeah.
and then one more top 10, and then the we have to pick a winner.
Okay. I'm looking here on my phone to see a name that I like. Who is Fitzpatrick's playing partner?
Let's see here.
He probably can't back it up this week, but we'll see who he's got for a partner.
Matt Fitzpatrick's playing with Alex Fitzpatrick. Are they brothers?
Oh, yeah, yeah, they are. Get me those two. Why not?
All right, brothers.
Kind of a lame pick, past winner,
All right,
but
now we gotta pick winners. That's kind of cool that he's playing with his brother. I'm sure he gets to pick his playing partner, so that's really cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
I wonder. I want to see if his brother is actually like a relevant.
Not
Oh,
really.
he's 141 on the world golf ranking. He probably plays on the
I would
DP
say,
World
yeah,
Tour.
that's that's not too bad.
Oh no. All right, here we go. All right, now I gotta pick a winner. This is gonna be so tough because I don't even know if I've ever watched the Zurich Classic, to be honest.
Say I have a little bit, but definitely not usually tuned in too much.
And I feel like it's also tough too because I've heard uh, some of these guys struggle playing different balls, and when you're playing alternate shot, you have to play the same
True.
ball.
I got my winner.
Yeah.
Brooks and Shane are winning it.
Was that from? Well, you picked them for the finish top 10, so you got to pick someone else.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
yep, yep. Brooks and Shea
I
might actually
actually
win.
want.
That would,
I actually think they're going to. I think Brooks is due. For my winners, I want. Oh man. Um.
this is tough because
Jeez.
I feel like I'd be a little higher on some of these guys if their playing partners are different.
Yeah, actually think I want the combination of Tony Finau and Greyersman.
Fina and Max Grazerman.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Who am I gonna pick? You know what? I'm gonna go Sia Thigala and Aaron Ra.
Okay, not bad. I didn't see them. I might have picked them for a top 10, even though I don't like the Gala that much. I'm kind of a hater. Guess he's not very good, so not too much to hate.
He's been playing well and then been like uh choking. I gotta take my share screen off here.
Uh-huh.
I forget
Yep.
which tournament it was, but I think it was the Players. He was in good position and he shot like 6 over.
Yep.
Any questions you have for me before we finish this up?
No, I was gonna ask you how much you've been playing. It sounds like not much.
I played once in Florida. That was it.
That's crazy. Have you ever been in like a golf league
No,
or considered it? I
I've
haven't done one
considered it.
either.
I
I've
don't think I'd
considered
be
it
able to be honest.
with
Uh,
work or just.
yeah, with work and stuff, I think it'd be a little difficult.
Yeah, I've considered it, but I also kind of like to play on my own and don't want to be tied down to it.
Yeah,
But I may eventually, but we'll see.
yeah, it'd be fun. I know I was thinking about doing it one time with my buddy. I would have been able to in recent years. But my buddy who I would have probably played with had lived in Jackson. Now he just moved back, and now I won't be able to. Uh, now,
Okay.
but yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, with work starting, you're gonna be locked down.
yep,
Well, I get to the east side of the state every once in a while for work. We might have to get something figured out and play.
yeah. Let me know. Be fun.
But yeah, we need to get out.
All right. Well,
But
I'll see you. Thank you for joining.
all right, yeah, thanks for having me and
Appreciate your
looking
time.
forward to seeing it. Absolutely.
All right. See you, man.
Yep, see ya.